Hello there, boys and girls. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Mending Munich. And as you can see from the screen, we're on an unbeaten run since the start of the season. Not lost in this season, which is great actually, because we've played some big teams in the running so far, and actually come away with either a win or a draw. So since we last met against Bayern, that 2-1 win in the Munich derby, we followed that up with a 1-1 draw against Hanover, who actually got promoted last season, but they're actually predicted to finish pretty high up in the league. So a 1-1 draw away from home. We actually went behind on the second minute there, but Václav Černý scoring about 6 minutes into the second half to get a draw. We then had Wolfsburg come to Munich, and again a good draw for us, really. To be fair, Wolfsburg, one of those teams, dangerous teams, looking to be in the top 6 to 8 teams in the Bundesliga, and again a good 1-1 draw. We could have won it. Tammy Abraham missed a penalty, so unlucky. We then went to Rome to face Lazio, and a good 0-0 draw in our first Europa League game, and yeah, a good draw to come away with. Yeah, I think it was a fair result, actually, to be fair, between the two teams. And again, a good away trip to Schalke and a 1-1 draw. We actually took the lead in 18 minutes with Hudson-Odoi scoring the goal there, but Schopf got the goal back with 20 minutes to go for them. And a draw was to be had for both teams. And we currently sit 4th in the league. 2 wins, 4 draws, no defeats. Only ourselves and Hamburg are the 2 unbeaten sides in the league at the minute. 10 points, 5 goals in the goal difference. We're second in the Europa League table as well. Leicester beat Rubin Kazan in their first game, and we drew with Lazio when we play Lazio today as well. We're also going to bring you Hoffenheim today, not Leicester. We're going to bring you Hoffenheim and Lazio. We'll probably bring you Leicester and Hamburg tomorrow, actually, to be brutally honest. We'll just come straight back in with those 2 games. But this is going to be the team that faces Lazio in today's first game. We've got Muller in goal, Strangel, Bellic, Carter Vickers and Pereira are the backline. McKennie and Illich in the middle of midfield. Brewster on the right, Černý on the left, Nixon in behind Tammy Abraham. On the bench, Kylian Egbo, Gujon, Mbula, Bunk, Tahavi and Marquez all on the bench. As you can see this season, having to put out a full strength side in the Europa League because of the teams we're playing against. Let's get into this one. Lazio at home. Strangel with the throw-in finds Nixon, back to Strangel, whips the ball in. Tammy Abraham's there, and Tammy Abraham scores. 5 minutes on the clock, we take a 1-0 lead against Lazio. Tammy Abraham's 3rd goal of the season, and a lovely ball in from our youngster Nicolas Strangel, and we go 1-0 up. Fantastic whip with his left foot in off the crossbar. Keeper unlucky there, but it's 1-0 to Munich. Pereira into Černý, flicks that on to Nixon, and he whips the ball over to Brewster. Lovely crossfield ball there. Brewster gets the ball in. Abraham's there, and it's straight at Lloris, who is in goal for Lazio. Good opportunity for Tammy to double his tally for today, but unlucky for him. But we get the ball straight back. Lloris just lumping that ball forward, and Nixon out to Brewster again. Brewster all on his own on this right hand side into Luka Illich. He's got Pereira there, back to Illich. Lovely little 1-2. Can we find a ball through? We can. Nixon, lovely little run. Nixon shoots and scores. That's his first goal of the season. We've been on a really good run so far at the start of the season, and we're 2-0 up here against Lazio in the Europa League. And Pereira and Illich with a little 1-2. I thought he was going to go back to Pereira there, but he didn't. He turned around and found Nixon darting one way, then the other. The defender had absolutely no chance there, and it's 2-0 to Munich. Illich with a corner, going to try and find Tammy Abraham at the back post, but a little bit too heavy there, and Tammy Abraham turns, finds McKennie on the volley, and what a collector's item that would have been. McKennie doesn't score many, but on the volley from about 18 yards, just wide. Good tackle by Pereira there, coming into the half an hour mark. Calabria down the right-hand side. Černý doing really well, blocking him twice. And now he's got the ball and the run on the right back. He's taken all men on here, turns and finds Brewster, and he absolutely emphatically finishes that. Does Rian Brewster. 3rd goal of the season for him, and lovely persistence down that left-hand side from Václav Černý. And then he had the beating of not only the right back, but also Delaney in the middle. Lovely switch out to Brewster, and he just put his foot through that. Lloris, not entirely sure what he's doing there. 3-0 to Munich. It's a great half of football for 1860. Leicester are drawing with Rubin at the minute, so we remain top of the table. But Leicester get a win there. They will go top. And fantastic performance in the first half. Go out and do the same again in the second. 3-0 up. Second 45 minutes to come. 15 minutes to go in this second half. Been a professional performance so far for us. Bunk come on for Cherney. Nixon goes for another shot and Lloris is equal to it. If you have a look at the stats, absolutely nothing coming from Lazio. No shots whatsoever. Domination from 1860, trying to get that ball into the middle, and Lloris comes out and claims. So Bunk and Goujon on for McKennie and Cherney for the final 10-15 minutes or so. Brewster now on this right-hand side coming inside into Nixon. He's got loads of space to run into and he shoots and hits the crossbar. We could have been 5 or 6 here. Strangle down the right-hand side, finds Ryan Brewster. Can he get the ball? And he can. Trying to find Tammy Abraham, but falls out to Strangle, but he gets tackled, and Immobile down this left-hand side whips the ball into Zaza's there, and they finally get one on the board. 9 minutes to play. It's Munich 3, Lazio 1. Prezzulo just launches that ball forward to Immobile, and he has the beating of the man there, and he just fizzes that ball into the back post. Simone Zaza just runs onto it and lamps it into the back stick, and it's 3-1 to Munich. Chance after they've scored, and hopefully it's going to us, because it could make it a nervy 10 minutes or so. Pereira now into Nixon and into Goujon, and switches that ball out to Ryan Brewster, who's going to come inside and find Nixon again. He's got Bunk there, but takes it all himself, and Lloris has to push that round for a corner kick. Brewster down the right-hand side, driving inside, finds Pereira on this left. Can he get a ball in? He can. Trying to find Brewster at the back post, but Lloris cuts that ball out. And coming into the final 10 seconds of the game, it's been a good second half for Munich. Did the damage in the first half and just played the simple game in the second. 3-1 winners against Lazio, and I think Leicester drew with Ruben Kazan. So tomorrow's episode against Leicester, really will see who is gonna take that top spot in the group, and if we win, we go to 7 points, and pretty much 1 foot into the next round of the Europa League. But coming up next, we've got Hoffenheim, who sit in 13th in the league. Can we keep this unbeaten run going? Here we go then, second game of the episode against Hoffenheim. One change to the lineup. Goujon comes in for Illich. A bit of an injury crisis in the middle of midfield. Illich going to be out for anywhere between 2 to 4 weeks. And Dominic Lenz is going to be out for about 3 months with a hip injury. So, yeah, bare bones at the minute in the middle of midfield, but they're exactly the same lineup. Let's go into this game against Hoffenheim and see what we can do. Strangle into McKennie, back to Strangle, whips that ball in, but doesn't find a blue shirt, and Pereira being just misjudged the ball, and Öztunal down that right hand side, can't get back at him, and Belek does well to get the ball out, but only as far as Dennis Geiger, and it's 1-0 to Hoffenheim. Looks like our unbeaten streak could be coming to an end here, because they're absolutely dominating the game, dominating proceedings a minute. Öztunal down the left hand side, Pereira can't get there, a good header from Belek, and Geiger just takes his time and puts that into the top right-hand corner. 1-0 Hoffenheim. Baumann out to Mustafi, and they've got a lot of time on the hands at the back. Baumann just launches that ball forward, and Carter Vickers needed to win that, and he didn't. Öztunal now on the ball again, out to Augustinsson. Can he get the ball in? No, goes to Kennedy on the left-hand side, back to Augustinsson, whip the ball in. Carter Vickers is there, and Nate takes that shot, but very high and wide from the midfielder. Strangle with about 7 minutes to go, trying to find the ball up to Abraham, and he does, but no one's up there with him, and they get the ball back to Baumann, and Baumann taking his time out to Mustafi, and we're closing down, or should I say Tammy Abraham is closing down as best he can, and they go long again. Carter Vickers has to win that, but he doesn't. 2 or 3 headers he's missed, and Gomez runs through and hits the post, and they could be out of sight here, could Hoffenheim. Geiger into the middle to Mustafi again, and it's high and wide. We're just not playing to our full potential at the minute. Maybe that Illich injury really has caused us a few issues. Carter Vickers on a 6.1 at the minute. He's missed quite a few headers in the back line. Going into the dressing room now, I'm going to get super aggressive and say, look, show me something different in that second half, and hopefully we can come out with a point in this one. Pereira with the corner. Hour mark gone, and Brewster's there. He came off the front and nipped that ball in back where it came from, and lovely header from Ryan Brewster. The second half started a lot better than the first. Pereira getting this ball in, and yeah, Brewster just peeled off the front post and headed it back the other way. 1-1 now. Ryan Brewster's 4th goal of the season. Pereira taking that ball down. We've got about 20 minutes left on the game, and Bellic now with the ball at his feet, going over the top, trying to find Marquez, but they get it down to Nixon. Marquez is there, but Nixon goes on his own. Brewster on that right-hand side into the back post, and Yannick Bunk is there coming off the bench for Vaclav Chern. He wasn't having the best game, and his second goal of the season puts us 2-1 ahead now with about 20 minutes to go. It's a poor header from Munal, and Nixon just latches onto it, finds a lovely through ball to Brewster, and he just fires the crossover to Bunk at the back post, just slots it home, and it's 2-1 to Munich now. Strangle throws the ball into Nixon, back to the youngster at right back. Goujon switches that ball over to Pereira. Can he take a shot? No, he tries to go on a little run, and they get the ball up to Gomez. They've gone 2 at the top. Lovely ball through to Kramaric, and it's a great opportunity for Kramaric to score there, but he rushed it a little bit, and then we fire the ball up to Yannick Bunk, taking on his man. They've gone to 3 at the back, a 3-5-2 formation. Pereira switches that ball over to Strangle on the right-hand side. He comes inside into Brewster. Brewster now back to McKennie. McKennie out to Pereira. Good possession football here from Munich. Pereira driving inside, goes for the shot, and Baumann, though, is equal to it. And it's going to be a tense last 6 minutes or so of this game. They go big, and Bellic is there, wins that header, but only as far as the centre-back. Over the top again to Gomez. Gomez is in on goal, and I think that came off Killian, who's come on for Carter Vickers, and shored it up at the back a little bit better than what Carter Vickers has, and it's still 2-1 to Munich. And there we have it, full-time whistle's gone. Hoffenheim 1, Munich 2. Those changes that we made around about the hour mark, with Killian coming on for Carter Vickers, Marquez and Bunk coming on for Cherney and Abraham, made the difference. Killian really did shore things up at the back, and Brewster and Bunk combining to give us the win as well. So we continue our unbeaten start to this season. Tomorrow, as I said, it will be Leicester and it will be Hamburg. So the 2 unbeaten teams, both in the Europa League group and in the league, square off with each other. But that is it for today's episode. If you have enjoyed it, please do drop it a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and you don't want to miss out any more content. Remember, tick the little bell icon so you're notified every time a video goes live. We had a Newcastle episode drop at 12 o'clock earlier on today, so if you missed that, hit the channel page up so you can catch up with that. And until tomorrow, when we bring you Leicester and Hamburg, unbeaten teams go up against each other, I'll see you soon.